Washington didn't lose any foothold on the fourth spot in the draft on their bye week, and we're going to talk about that right now. Yes, the bye week. We just love the bye week because it is carefree football, isn't it, folks? Welcome back to another football. Welcome back to another football game here. Welcome back to another video here on the Washington Football Maniacs YouTube channel. My name is Greg, and this channel is dedicated to the Washington Commanders. If you're down with that, please give it a like and give it a subscribe. And when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell. Washington Commanders were on the bye week this week. So, yeah, a lot of news, right? Mostly the news was about, and I think Brendan and I will probably record a video on this, but, talking about higher ticket prices. And, it was kind of a tone-deaf thing with, the emails and letters going out to the ticket holders and saying, hey, thank you for spending your hard-earned money on these tickets. By the way, we're going to raise those prices next year. After, you're looking at a team that right now is like 4-8 and about to be probably 4-9 after they play the Rams next weekend. But yeah, it's a little tone deaf, but I tell you what, you're Josh Harris, you just spent $6.5 billion on this team. Yeah, you got to get your money back. He's hedged his bets that he's going to have a much improved product on the field in a couple of years. So, he's trying to get ahead of that. He's going to reinvest that money back into the team, obviously, back into the stadium, the whole NFL experience, the food, whatnot. So I get it. It is a little tone deaf, but God bless him. He's going to have to. It's not like he spent $100 million on the team. You're spending over $6 billion. You're going to have to start making some money of that, or you're going to have to start making that back, right? So I know that I was reading Twitter, and some of the ticket holders said that some of their ticket prices were going up as much as $200 a ticket. But then some of the higher level tickets didn't see an increase. So it's kind of staggered across the board there. So yeah, I'm not a season ticket holder. I feel like I got the best seat in the house. I also live in North Carolina, so my chances of getting to a game on a regular basis, not very good. So, although I do want to try to get up there to a game, I just, I hate that. I know it's a little tone deaf from the ownership, but, hey, at the same time, it's business. Hey, folks, yesterday we got some help from the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. The Chicago Bears beat the Detroit Lions. That was an upset yesterday. Justin Fields playing well. The Chicago Bears playing well. And, ever since Justin Fields has come back, I haven't been following the Bears too closely, but it seems like that Justin Fields has been playing pretty decently. Maybe Chicago Bears fans can tell me the 411, is he really playing that great? But overall, Chicago, they won again. And so now I think they have dropped down to maybe like the 7th pick in the draft. The Jets won. They're 5-8. They beat up on the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud going out, with a concussion yesterday. Obviously, the Texans are a much different team without Stroud in there. So Washington got help on their bye week. They're still in that 4th spot, which is good for them. So 4th, I tell you, they keep creeping up there. They may actually be able to make it to. They may actually be able to make it to the number 1 spot if they keep. No, they're not going to. Obviously, Chicago has the number 1 spot wrapped up because Carolina keeps losing like they are. So, but it'll be interesting with that number 1 spot because Justin Fields is playing good. I mean, do you still get rid of Justin Fields for Caleb Williams? Or do you start willing and dealing and, say, hey, I'm willing to trade out of that first spot? Or do you just not even pick Caleb Williams? Maybe you go offensive line, which brings up another interesting scenario. What if those teams in front of Washington don't pick any quarterbacks? And then there's one of those quarterbacks that's available at that 4th spot. What if Washington somehow winds up in the 3rd spot when it's all said and done? And then there's a quarterback available. Or there's Marvin Harrison Jr., which I would not be opposed to grabbing. But I think as long as we are in the process of getting offensive line help, I think you got to be able to will until maybe work a trade. John Allen, getting some high round draft picks from him to be able to get an offensive tackle, a left tackle. I think what I'm trying to say is if there's a way for me to get one of those solid left tackles and you still wind up getting a wide receiver or quarterback, then I'm all for it. But you're going to have to do some willing and dealing for that. So, folks, I'm going to keep this one short. But, hey, it was an uneventful bye week. I didn't watch a single down of football. The Eagles lost again. Of course, I didn't care that Dallas was the one to beat up on them. But I tell you, Eagles, they have not been looking good. And I think it was just a matter of time that their luck is starting to kind of run out, and it starts to make you wonder, is that a Super Bowl team right there? Folks, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a share. Let me know how I did in the comments. And with that said, I will see you in the next one.